Ah, there you are. Welcome back. Sorry it took so long, but you know, mating season's usually a really pain in the ass, and a lot of that stuff I can't show. So I get so busy just getting ready for the winter, I don't have time to make these videos. You have no idea how time consuming this stuff can be. So I thought I'd give you all a fall update. We'll start over here in the koi pond. They're down there. I'm not sure if this is going to show up or not, but if you see that orange piece next to the heater, that is a one of those kois, not a koi, but a goldfish, heater goldfish that you get from the store for like 39 cents. There's another one down there under the ice. So I can tell the heater's working because there's a circle of in the ice. So they can get oxygen up through here and stuff. That's also why I have the air pump going. Keep them going. They'll actually go into hibernation during the winter. You're not supposed to feed them, and they come back in the spring. So, like I said, getting ready for winter. The last 2 nights have been like 12 degrees. There's the girls coming home. Someday I'll learn to work the zoom on this. But there's Frank's cows out there. Where did those dogs go? MIA. So anyway, stocked up on food. It's gonna be some snow coming next week, so let me show you this right here. This is all organic. Pig food, bird food, goat food, turkey food. This is $500 right here. Yeah, I know. It's funny how I only spend $200 on my food. So I also got a free chicken coop here, so I'm gonna, and right here we have some $300 worth of hay. It's orchard grass. Yeah, orchard grass in an alfalfa mix. I don't see a lot of alfalfa in it, but at this time of year, this long green grass is what you want to give your goats. That's what keeps them warm. And obviously, you know, and that's the thing about hay, is that, you know what, every time I try to save money on hay, I screw myself. I always get this wiry Timothy hay slash I don't know what else mixed with a, you know, and I don't mind the weeds because, you know, they kind of like a little bit of variety. So my female hens are still around. Huh? Can you show us Pretty Bird? Where's the Pretty Bird? Is that the Pretty Bird? Oh, there we go. You know, you're such a nice, you would call you Whitey. You're such a good bird. Aren't you such a good bird? And what do we have over here showing off? A female bronze? Yeah? Yeah? What do you have to say? You always have something to say. Where are you going? You don't like the camera? No. And over here in the back, I have a Heritage Brown Bourbon. She should have a name because I like those birds. So there's my 2 Chinese geese, Huey and Natasha. You'll see the 2 ducks on the berm there. That's Huey's girlfriends. For some reason, he doesn't mate very often with her, and so I don't have any baby geese. But I have plenty of white leghorns. Hence, I come up with 10 dozen of white eggs for the community center. Well, actually, the library, she hands them out. So that's where all my eggs go, because I don't like eggs. There's the boys over there eating. Hey, Tyler. Tyler got a new water bowl today. See, it's rubber, so he won't bust it up like all the victims that are over there in his mud puddle, whatever, mud pond, I don't think it's all mud either. Actually, we have a saying on this farm, yeah, you just think it's mud. So there's his last trough. He dragged it in there. Unfortunately, he tries to have sex with them and he breaks them all up. And obviously a bucket over there, it didn't make it. So we got him a rubber one. We're going to see how this works. What do you think, Ty? You like that? You got to have water, dude. Yeah. So now you got that, huh? Good. You're a good pig. Yes, you are. You're my good boy. You're a good boy, huh? You weren't listening too well yesterday, were you? Yeah. You weren't listening. I know. I need to get more bread to bribe you with. Huh? How about if I make you some breadsticks? I got lots of flour. That sounds like a deal, huh? And I throw them in the freezer for when you get out. Yeah? You good boy. Let me see the tusks. Let me see the tusks. Yeah, you're a good boy. This is a good boy. That's a good boy. You good boy, Ty. Okay. So, that's my male pig. In case you're wondering, Tyler is actually what they call a teenage pig, is a Tyler. So, if you have any children named Tyler, you tell them that I told you that. You need to get their shit together. Oh, look at this. There is that boy. How's your comb? You gonna let me catch you so I can put Vaseline on it? A mestizo rooster. Whoa. Yeah? You sure? Okay. Well, the ladies over there. Let's go see what they're up to. I'll tell you, I got like 3 different roofs to fix in the next 3 days, so if you don't think I'm busy. But I am getting some stuff done. I got the water filter put in the coop over here, so everything's getting filtered that goes to the backyard. Hopefully it'll stop plugging up my irrigation system with rust. Yeah. They tell me that the water on this side of the river is just not very good. What you doing, Rose? Oh, she must be in the barn. Let's see. What you got, sweetie? All that stuff in the truck goes right here. You can tell when we're out. What? 2 open bags, a bunch of empty bags, and 1. I'll bet you anything that's probably chicken scratch. Ah, what are you doing in here? Evil. I bet you this straw's gotten wet too. Here's Rose. You okay, sweetie? Yeah? How's my pig? You're on candid camera. You being a good girl? She is one good girl. Look at that. You're my sweetie. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to get Pepto-Bismol. Huh? What? It wasn't my cooking, was it? No? Oh, wag the tail. You like my cooking, huh? How about if I make you some breadsticks? Will you like that? Oh, yeah, we could put garlic in there and do a deworming breadstick, huh? What a good girl you are. Okay? If I don't see you get up for dinner. Okay? Good girl? Yeah, she was limping on her right rear leg. And seems to have healed up. I want to try to get her out more and get more exercise so she's more muscle than fat. Just getting the time to get everything done. Ah, the boneyard. Oh, shoot. Gosh, I guess I can go over this. My friends gave me a dual fuel propane gasoline generator. Of course, the carbs, I think, is plugged up, but it still runs off the propane. And here is my 1942. I can tell because the oil return line goes over to the governor. Let me cover this sucker up because I'm going to need to use this. I ordered a new lower hose. I don't know where I got this lower hose from, but it's got a pinhole in it. And you can see it leaking down there. And, ooh. What the hell? Is that just loose? I better put a bucket under there. Anyway, that needs work, obviously. And fix the grill. This is my 39. I converted it over to 12 volts. Another reason why I don't do these videos is I'm busy on this stuff. You can see it's got a brand new alternator in there. So it starts right up now, but I have discovered that since it has the hydraulic pump off the front, if you look in there, to change the fan belt, I have to pull off this front end. See this bar here, bolts in their center, and I have to pull the pump out and get that shaft out. Then I have to unbolt all this and the steering and the iframes and the radiator, and yeah, a lot taken apart. And then I can replace the pulley, because on the crankshaft the pulley has 4 bushings in it, and they're all elongated. If you zoom in, I wish I could zoom in, you can see one of the bushings hanging out of there. So the holes are elongated, and I got a new pulley, but I just have to take all this apart. And then I'm going to drop in a 12 volt battery, and I need to figure out this alternator bracket adjuster on the top. I looked at that one, and I need to move that bracket over and put it this way, and then have that L off to this thing and go out to that one. Yeah, I'll get there. I'll get there. And I also have to reroute this hydraulic hose right here, over here, where it comes over and rubs on the frame over there. I need to put an elbow and bring that line down, and that'll give me more room over here to loop this up over there, because that's a bad spot where it rubs. That's what I'm doing on that one. Let me get a pan. I know I got something clean around here, huh? Oh, there's a bucket. I get to put the whole thing in there, huh? Oh, it's so hard to clean now. I want to reuse it. Oh, what's this? Let's just get the pan in there. Oh, God. That's a mess. I'm going to clean this out with something around here. Probably something out of the garbage. Here's my engine. Okay. This will work. That's some thick ass oil in there. I can't imagine where that came from, but I can't get that in there for it's on the ground. I'll have to find a clean bucket. Anyway, where was I? Over here. So I got the belt for the lawnmower, and for some reason I now have 3 drive belts and no lawnmower belt. So I will try this again. I need to use the numbers on the inside. So we're getting there. It runs and stuff, and I gotta deal with that oil leak. But this is my latest project. It's a Yamaha .400 HEV. Doesn't run for some reason. It sat and it had a leaky fuel line. Probably need to shut this off. Yeah, that's leaking. Still leaking. Turn that shit off. Good thing I smelt it. And for some reason it doesn't have spark. And I have to, actually when I'm done here, I need to go under this cover, actually this cover here, and ohm out these wires here. There's a trigger. You can see there's a 3-wire and a 4-wire. So that goes up to my capacitive discharge module underneath there. A little black box. This one here. And that's supposed to be supplying voltage to the SAID coil right there. Yeah, right there on the frame. This thing, coil. And then I should have spark It's a spark plug, which I don't. So that's where I am working on this, getting it running. It needs a couple things. I think I got an oil leak somewhere up on that valve cover. And then I noticed this CV boot. Ooh. I'm not sure if that's a torn boot or a leaking oil seal over there. So I'm gonna need to clean that, figure it out. Tires aren't too bad, a little dry rotted. But that's gonna be my wheelchair when I can't get around so much. So Geo Metro's on hold. 3 engines, they're all fucked up. Have to figure out what pieces I'm going to use when I get stuff together. This is the bracket to the tractor for that alternator adjuster I'm working on. And yeah, that's this mess here. I need to cover this stuff up for the snow that's coming up. As you can tell, I got the oils under wrap. Oh, that's another new thing. I ordered a 10 by 18 shed with a garage hole opening. I have to build the door, and 10 by 18 will fit my 6 by 17 Oldsmobile. And I'm going to get that sucker out of the rain and see if I can get it freaking painted for the 3rd time. Huh. Hey boys. Still need to deworm them. Got to get somebody brave to help me down here so we can actually weigh them. Because you know that the dewormer dosage is according to their weight. But they need it, huh, Nikki? You good boy. Nikki's living proof that we can be born to a mama that's 8 months old. Huh? I mean, she was 3 months old when she got pregnant. What do you smell, dude? In case you're wondering what he's doing with his lip up in the air, he smelt my hand, and now he's checking to see if I'm pregnant. Because that's what goats do. They have a gland on their upper lip. Can't see it. Yeah. And that's what Ivan's doing over there. He's checking all the females and making sure that they're all pregnant. Because that gland, it gets a urine sample, and he can tell with a little bit of air on it whether she's pregnant or not. I tell you what, if she's not pregnant, Of course, if she's in heat, she'll probably just stand still. That's what they are. That's how they do. So, what do you think, Nikki? Ready for winter? Yeah? You're a good go. You're a good go. You see my camera, huh? Yeah? Look, you're a star. You're going to be on YouTube. Okay. Well, that's about where we're at. Let's see, I got a new stereo in the van, and I learned about amplifier relays. Boy, I'll tell you, sometimes it's really hard to find schematics and stuff, but thank God for the internet. And here we have more females over here. We're cleaning out the pins over on the other side. So we got more females over here. This is Sally. She got frostbite and lost her ear tips. Sally's named after my grandmother, Celerina del Rosario. Huh, Sally? You're such a good girl, too. She's a good mommy, too. And back there we have Stella. She's part Oberhasli. This makes her brown. She's a tiny little goat, though, and I'm thinking about breeding her with a miniature male, so she doesn't have such difficult pregnancies. Then behind her is May. She's the one I took to the vet because of her feet and got that all fixed up. And the farrier tells me that it's not a bad thing for her nipples to be like that, that it's very common in poor goats. You can see it. Let me see if I get a better view of it. Let's see. Whoa. Where you get the... She's shrunken up. That's good. The large nipples, and they call it not mastitis, but She's a good mommy. She's a good goat. She comes from the same line as Sally, obviously. And over here we have Selma and her baby girl Willow. Willow? Yeah, Willow. Selma and Willow. Selma's to remind me that they didn't teach me everything in history. Some things were covered up. Now we're finding out about it. So, yeah, I named her Selma. And her daughter, Willow, there, I think she's pregnant. She looks pregnant. She shouldn't be pregnant because she's too young, but I don't always have control. Yes, pretty cat. What you need? Everybody should have a part Siamese. Yeah? What? Is the food bowl empty? Do I need to go check? I do. Okay. He has blue eyes. Pretty. Beautiful cat. Good boy. Excellent mouser. Oh, look at this. Who is that? Is that you, Tiger? You got a belly on you. It's got to be Tiger. Uh-oh. You guys fighting? Let's see. No? Oh, gosh. Male cat drama. Boy, no, don't have time for male cat drama. I'd rather watch soap operas. So, next thing I'm going to have to do is get these birthing sheds done. I got the doors on. I got to fix the doors and get some heat lamps in there. And I got some thermal heating pads that I can hook up in there and put the babies on that. And then basically what you do is you tie mommy to the corner when she doesn't want to feed them and she doesn't have any choice. I'll put the corner feeders in there so they can just like kind of munch out, and they'll stay still long enough for hopefully for the infants to get some milk, because you know the first part of that milk has got that colostrum in it, and I've milked it out, and it's like it reeks of B vitamin. It's like a yellow oil that separates from the milk, and that's life-giving stuff. I've never known a animal source for B vitamin like that, but I imagine that gives them a little pick-me-up and some immunities and some kinds of other stuff that's magic in there. Well, that's about what I got. Truck's running good. I gotta swap out the tranny fluid and do the front differential. I might do a video on that. It'll be fun. I enjoy working on it, and boy, if you priced a new truck, you'd fix your stuff too. It's like, my God, I could buy a house with that too if I worked on it, you know. But what do you say? Yeah? Is it time? Hi, Ivan. There's my Ivan. Who's it this time? Oh. Looks like that's oh God, what's her name? Well, thanks for joining me today on Farmer Claude's Ranch.